Is free to play if he takes the early guilty plea for a crusher tackle.
Obviously got Tedesco and Cooper Cron playing some really good footy, and their forwards are really playing well and moving forward as well. So we're going to have to step up and match them in the forward, in the forwards, and the competition's been that close at the moment. It's just whoever turns up on the day and plays the best footy will get the win.
The Dragons left to rue one that got away. Big money recruit Ben Hunt again in the firing line. He failed to kick the Dragons out of their own half on the last tackle, giving Reynolds the field position to slot the match-winning field goal.
Yeah, I'm not going to turn on a player that didn't make the right decision or anything like that. That's not for now.
Jake Duke, NBN News.
The Storm have been such a dominant team for the past 2 decades, but they do have one bogey side, Cronulla, and if Friday night's final for Sharks will be plenty to keep it that way.
Melbourne and Cronulla. In the 2 years since their grand final, it's become one of the NRL's fiercest rivalries.
We love playing against them, and they obviously love playing against us, and it's exciting times for the game.
The clubs have faced off twice already this season, Cronulla winning both matches. But a preliminary final is a whole different ballgame.
We've had a up and down year, but every game we've put the effort in, and we've come away with the results.
Cronulla will miss Wade Graham. A torn ACL against the Roosters last week, finally ending an injury-plagued season.
The record without Wade Graham this year is actually not too bad, but we're not talking finals football where you kind of need somebody who's got something a little bit different.
Graham's co-captain Paul Gallen is racing the clock to be fit after damaging ligaments in his shoulder.
Very tough player and very competitive player, and I have no doubt he will play.
Not only have Melbourne had a week's rest, they'll also welcome Will Chambers back after his 3-week suspension for a crusher tackle.
He's very aggressive, Will Chambers, and he can niggle, and we've seen it in these big matches before. So he's a very experienced player. He probably came into this season regarded as the best centre in the world. I don't think he's had his best season, so I think Will's probably got a little bit of ground to make up.
Danica Mason, NBN News.
There will be no Sydney teams in the Final Four of the AFL. The Giants going down to Collingwood 69-59 in their semi at the MCG. It's a familiar feeling for Leon Cameron's men, who have crashed out of the finals for the past 2 seasons.
Yeah, very similar. I think been a bit of a familiar feeling the last couple of years. Obviously, Greenwood the last 2 years. This one with a semi-final, and what a disappointment and somberness.
Collingwood will now face West Coast in Perth for a place in the grand final. Australian rugby has never been in a bigger hole. The Wallabies have dropped to 7th, a new low in the rankings following a dismal loss to Argentina. And there was a nasty end to the match, a player and a fan tangling in a heated, physical confrontation.
The ugly aftermath of an embarrassing defeat. A Wallaby supporter shouting abuse at Lucan Tui, bumping the flanker's little sister out of the way during his rant. Furious, Tui grabs the man by the shirt.
It's not a good look.
The pair wrangling in an angry push and shove, other fans and players forced to step in and separate them.
I understand how fans get disappointed. I do. I saw he was there in his Wallaby jersey as well. It's not like he doesn't want us to win. He wants us to win badly, and sometimes that goes pear-shaped.
Tui is also mourning the loss of his stepfather, who passed away during the week. The forward telling teammates he now wants to take time away from rugby.
He's had a big week, right? I don't think whatever happened post-match is the thing that's in the forefront of his mind right now. And I think that's the time where he should give he needs to just be with his family.
Tempers exploded after the Wallabies' 23-19 loss to Argentina, the Pumas' first victory in Australia in 35 years. Israel Folau blowing a last-second chance to win the match.
It was a golden opportunity yet again.
Next up for the Wallabies, a trip to South Africa. The Springboks bouncing following a huge upset, shocking the All Blacks 36-34 in Wellington.
And they have scored a famous victory.
Luke Duffy, NBN News.
It was bumper to bumper at the Sandown 500 today, and not every car survived. For the first time in race history, one team filled the entire podium. Jamie Wickup was first, followed by Shane Van Gisbergen and Craig Lowndes in third. All 3 teams part of Triple Eight Racing. Navicastro and Aaron Russell posted his best result, finishing 14th. Lewis Hamilton will start from pole in tonight's Singapore F1 Grand Prix under lights. The championship leader qualified ahead of Max Verstappen and Sebastian Vettel. Australia's Daniel Ricciardo will begin from 6th on the grid. The Stars were out in Las Vegas for the biggest boxing bout of the year. It was Golovkin's first loss in 40 professional bouts. The pair is expected to fight again. In just a moment, Leighton Hewitt defying his age at the Davis Cup, and a stunning way to join an elite goal-scoring club.
At Me, we've hit a low note on our home loan rates. Jump online and try our home loan calculator to see how much you can save. Visit mebank.com.au.
It's finals fever at Tank World. Get in the action and score 13,500 litres from 16.45 and score a try with 15,000 litres from 17.55. Hurry, ends tomorrow. Tank World, 1-800-68-69-70.
The new Snooze Profiler can help you choose a bed that's right for you. During our spring sale, save up to 45% off ceiling and 20% off all Australian-made furniture. Hurry, and soon. Find your comfortable at Snooze.
At the Burton Family Toyota, you'll always feel welcome. You can relax with a dealership team that understands your needs. Our priority is to offer better service and better value with no pressure. The Burton Family, Maitland and Port Stevens Toyota.
What's the capital of Belgium?
Waffles?
What? Technically down. There's no cure for what you have.
Got learning herpes?
Boy.
I'm blistering up. It's because I'm trying to think.
Save up to 50% off store-wide at La-Z-Boy's sensational spring sale. La-Z-Boy recliners, sofas, lift chairs and modulars all up to 50% off. But be quick. Hurry into Hawkins, Katara and Rutherford now. At realestate.com.au, there's a brand new way to find a home loan. Search, find and finance all in one place. The number one place for homes is now the place for home loans. This is the place. realestate.com.au home loans.
There's a sign to others you may have never noticed. Delicious chewy coffees and chocolate-filled eclairs. For the caramel lover in you, discover Werther's Original Caramels.
Vouchers and millions more prizes. Peel in store and more.
Time just can't keep up with Leighton Hewitt, the 37-year-old defying his age to keep Australia alive in the Davis Cup tie against Austria. Hewitt teamed up with John Pearce to win the doubles in 4 sets. Australia still needs to win both of tonight's reverse singles matches to claim the tie. Watford's unbeaten start to the Premier League has ended with a 2-1 loss to Manchester United. This is the way to do it. Edgeworth has been eliminated from the NPL final series, beaten by the Brisbane Lions 1-0 in the knockout competition's quarterfinals last night. This 4th-minute strike proved decisive, but the Eagles appeared to equalise late in the contest thanks to Daniel McBreen, but it was called back for offside. Moments later, he was sent off after receiving his 2nd yellow. The results all but sealed.